The boarding gate fell silent the moment a tired single father was ordered to leave the VIP seat he had legally purchased for himself and his little daughter. The wealthy passenger who wanted the seat smiled with quiet confidence, certain that money could bend every rule in his favor. The father picked up his daughter's tiny backpack without arguing, hiding his disappointment behind a gentle smile so she wouldn't cry. But barely 5 minutes later, flashing airport vehicles surrounded the aircraft, security officers rushed toward the gate, and every passenger, including the millionaire who had taken the VIP seat, was ordered to leave immediately. What happened next changed every life on that flight forever. Before the story continues, if you believe kindness is more powerful than wealth, and that everyone deserves a second chance, please like this video, comment below, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Moments Hub so you never miss another emotional story. Daniel Harper had been raising his 7-year-old daughter Lily alone ever since losing his wife to a sudden illness 4 years earlier. Every day was a battle between working long construction shifts, paying bills, helping with homework, and making sure Lily never felt alone. He rarely bought anything for himself. Every extra dollar went toward school supplies, birthday surprises, or small adventures that helped his daughter smile again. When Lily won a national science competition, the prize included an invitation to a special children's innovation program across the country. Daniel had spent months saving enough money to purchase VIP seats on the flight because Lily had developed severe anxiety after their last turbulent trip. Sitting near the front with extra space and easier boarding was more than luxury, it was peace of mind for his little girl. The airport buzzed with expensive luggage, polished shoes, and hurried travelers chasing schedules that seemed more important than people. Daniel arrived early, carefully holding Lily's hand while carrying 2 worn backpacks. Their clothes were simple, their shoes slightly faded, but their excitement filled every step. Lily stared through the large terminal windows at the enormous aircraft waiting outside, her eyes glowing with dreams that seemed much larger than the runway itself. Daniel smiled, believing that despite every hardship, life was finally giving his daughter something wonderful. Everything changed moments after boarding began. A wealthy businessman named Victor Langley arrived surrounded by assistants, designer luggage, and an attitude that announced his importance before he even spoke. His personal assistant immediately approached airline staff, insisting that Victor wanted Daniel's VIP seat because it offered more privacy. The staff explained that the seat had already been sold, but pressure quickly mounted as Victor casually mentioned his business relationships with the airline. Nervous employees looked at each other, unsure how to respond. Daniel quietly showed his boarding pass, proving the seat belonged to him. He explained that his daughter became frightened during flights and that he had saved for months to afford those seats. Lily squeezed his hand tighter, sensing that something was wrong. Yet status spoke louder than fairness. One supervisor apologized repeatedly while asking Daniel if he would voluntarily move to seats near the back of the aircraft. Although disappointed, Daniel looked at Lily's worried face and decided not to create a scene. He accepted the change with quiet dignity, telling his daughter that brave people sometimes have to take difficult paths. Victor settled comfortably into the luxurious seat without offering so much as a glance toward the father who had sacrificed it. Many passengers witnessed the exchange. Some looked away, unwilling to become involved. Others secretly believed wealth naturally deserved better treatment. A few quietly sympathized with Daniel but remained silent. Lily fought back tears while Daniel distracted her by pointing toward the pilots outside the window. Even in humiliation, he refused to let bitterness replace kindness. Exactly 5 minutes after everyone settled into their new seats, the peaceful atmosphere shattered. Emergency alarms echoed across the terminal. Airport security vehicles raced toward the aircraft from multiple directions. Uniformed officers surrounded the plane while airport announcements instructed all passengers to remain calm. Within moments, the captain informed everyone that the aircraft had to be evacuated immediately because of a serious security concern discovered during final inspections. Confused passengers rushed into the terminal carrying bags, children, laptops, and expensive belongings. Victor complained loudly about the inconvenience while demanding special treatment. Daniel simply lifted Lily into his arms and calmly followed instructions, helping an elderly passenger struggling with heavy luggage along the way. The evacuation happened so quickly that nobody truly understood what had gone wrong. News soon spread through whispers among airport staff. During a final maintenance inspection, engineers had discovered a dangerous structural issue beneath the exact VIP seating section near the front of the aircraft. While the problem might never have caused a disaster, aviation safety rules required immediate evacuation until every part of the aircraft could be inspected. No passenger was allowed to remain on board. Victor's confidence slowly disappeared. For the first time that morning, he stared toward Daniel with an expression that mixed guilt and disbelief. Had Daniel remained in his original seat, he would have been directly above the section requiring emergency inspection. Nobody could know what might have happened if the issue had gone unnoticed during the flight. Hours passed inside the crowded terminal while replacement aircraft arrangements were made. Children became restless, travelers grew impatient, and frustration filled every waiting area. During the delay, Lily noticed another young boy sitting alone with tears in his eyes after becoming separated from his grandmother. Without hesitation, she walked over and shared her snacks while Daniel helped airport staff reunite the family. Their simple act of kindness quietly reminded everyone nearby that compassion costs nothing. An elderly retired airline engineer who had witnessed both the seat dispute and the evacuation approached Daniel. He explained that true character appears not when life is easy, but when people are treated unfairly. He admitted that watching Daniel choose patience instead of anger had deeply moved everyone who noticed. Several passengers nodded in agreement, realizing they had remained silent while an honest father had been pushed aside. Eventually, senior airline executives arrived after reviewing surveillance footage and passenger complaints regarding the forced seat change. They apologized publicly to Daniel and Lily, admitting the airline had failed to protect the rights of paying customers. They restored the family's original booking on the next available aircraft, upgraded them further, covered every travel expense, and promised to strengthen policies preventing powerful customers from influencing seat assignments. More importantly, they thanked Daniel for maintaining dignity under pressure, even when the system had failed him. Victor quietly approached Daniel before boarding the replacement flight. The businessman no longer looked powerful. He looked human. He admitted that years of privilege had made him believe everything could be purchased, including respect. Watching Daniel care for Lily throughout the stressful day while never speaking with hatred had forced him to confront the person he had become. Without expecting forgiveness, Victor donated a substantial amount to the children's innovation program Lily was attending, asking only that more families receive opportunities regardless of income. Daniel accepted the apology not because Victor deserved it, but because Lily deserved to see that people could change. The replacement flight departed beneath a beautiful sunset. Lily finally relaxed in her seat, resting her head on her father's shoulder while watching the clouds glow with golden light outside the window. Daniel realized that although the day had begun with humiliation, it had ended by proving something far more valuable than comfort or status. Respect cannot be bought. Kindness cannot be forced. And sometimes the greatest victories belong to those who choose grace when life gives them every reason to become angry. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who believes kindness still matters, and subscribe to Moments Hub for more emotional stories that remind us what truly matters in life. Special request. Before you watch another video, please leave a comment telling us what you would have done if you had seen Daniel lose his seat. Would you have spoken up, or stayed silent? Life has a remarkable way of revealing what money never can. The wealthy passenger believed he had won the better seat, but the single father walked away with something far greater: the respect of strangers, the admiration of his daughter, and a reminder that genuine character always rises above privilege. Long after the flight landed, those who witnessed that unforgettable day remembered not the millionaire who demanded comfort, but the humble father whose quiet strength inspired an entire airport to believe that kindness still has the power to change hearts.